Well, Draymond also said he's tired of women complaining about the pay gap.
He should shut up right now.
Well, here's my thing about that.
Yeah.
You can't really expect the same level of pay when you don't have the same audience. Now, if all the women out there stopped watching The View and started watching WNBA, then all of the female players would get a lot more money. But the reality is that how many people really watch WNBA games? Not that many compared to the male counterpart.
Okay.
A very small percentage, in fact.
But they should make more money. The NBA, the women should make more money in sports, because the fact that everything in the future is female. It's female. We're gonna have to get used to it. This male push mentality has to get. They may not be able to make, but they should be in the millions because they are entertaining. They are talented. We're gonna pay on talent. It's some real talent.
You don't pay on talent. It's a capitalistic society. You pay on audience, and you pay on advertising, and you pay on sponsorship.
Well, they got the advertising.
Well, no, they don't if they don't have the audience.
But they have the advertising.
The advertising depends on how many eyeballs you get. Yeah, you could get the same, like they could get the exact same. They probably do get the same ads, that the NBA gets. But at the end of the day, if you have 10 million people watching versus 500,000 people watching, you're not going to get as big of a check. This is what I do for a living.
Right.
Like this is what I do for a living.
So
it's all based on eyeballs and audience.
Totally not. Because Serena Williams would have been making way more money if it was based on eyeballs. Serena Williams
has a big audience in tennis.
Bigger than men.
Sometimes,
and didn't make the money men made. So that's not true.
Serena Williams doesn't make money?
No. Go back and see the disparity between what she was getting paid and what the men was getting paid. And that's not audience. Her audience was tremendously bigger than men.
She has a net worth of $210 million.
And guess what she did? Where'd it come from? Not from her salary on playing tennis.
Nike and so forth?
That's the difference. He's talking about the salary. So it's not eyeballs because Serena had way more eyeballs. And her sister did too. And they got paid less because they felt men should get paid more in that sport. More entertaining at some times to watch WNBA. I'm gonna tell you because it's not always about the dunk. And in the NBA, we would do things, and like I said, we would play this game, and I love Harold Miner. He was Baby Jordan or whatever. I loved him. And, Kevin Lockery would play him once in a while. When he did play him, all of a sudden he got a free dunk and he did a dunk. And you had literally got 15, 20 points that game, and you won. They're going to show the dunks on ESPN. They're going to show the highlights is a highlight. It's not literally the technical part of it. And then when you watch female play basketball, it's more technical than men using their physical abilities to do things, like be 7'5" and jumping the ball. You know what I'm saying? That's a difference. So I disagree with that. I think female sports should be paid more money because they do have more eyeballs because there are women watching them, and that's the audience. Do you ever realize that you'll never see a sports show now? There's only 1 or 2 sports panels that don't have women in them. That's Fox. No, 3. Fox, CBS, and NBC.
Yeah.
The rest of it have a female in the situation. This because one went to act like, well, they didn't play, so hearing it come out of their voice, and I realized most of the coaches I played for weren't players.
Yeah.
So
I mean, in terms of the greatest female basketball players of all time, Cheryl Swoops.
Miller.
No?
Cheryl Miller.
Cheryl Miller, not Cheryl Swoops?
Cheryl Swoops, yeah. But the greatest of all time for me was Cheryl Miller.
Okay. I mean, I'm looking at this list now. Cheryl Swoops is number 1. Diana Taurasi, number 2.
Diana.
Tamika Catchings is number 3. Lisa Leslie is number 4.
I'm going to go, Swoops and
Maya Moore is 5. Lauren Jackson is 6. Man, your girl ain't...
T. Cooper in there?
Let me see. Where's Cheryl Swoops on this list? Hold on.
Sean Miller.
It's Cheryl Miller, sorry. She's not even on the list.
Wow.
She's not even on the list. But what I'm saying is Cheryl swoops.
Unbelievable.
But in terms of the name recognition, if you are not a WNBA fan, you probably have not heard of Cheryl
That's
Swoops.
what I mean. The NBA.
If you've never watched a basketball game in your life, you know who LeBron is. You know who Kevin Durant is. You know who Michael Jordan is.
I'm not going to blame anybody because it all started with David Stern was still alive and pushed it and made it a possibility. But they did not market this the way they should have or could have because women have always been a second thought. They do it in college sports. They do it in the pros. It's funny. Women basketball in Europe, in Italy, is huge. In Russia, is huge. They see things differently, too. I mean, think about it. Our girls won the Olympic gold soccer tournament, and you couldn't tell me one player from the team. They just don't market it. They don't market women. And it's until they get out of that mentality, it's going to be stuck.
Yeah, I feel you. You make a good point. But ultimately, what it really comes down to, I mean, you could do this, you could do that, but ultimately, it's really about the audience and the eyeballs. And once you get to the point, and I think it really is going to get down to
eyeballs because Serena proved, and in golf, right? I can also tell you, throughout female tennis, this is such a thing. They have way more eyeballs watching female tennis. There's more around the world. Golf, yeah, they're going to watch Tiger Woods in this situation, and they get, even then, you have great female golfers that we don't know about because they go, hey, I'm not going to promote these women. They're going to take the job of this. So they don't get the promotion.
Yeah, well, I mean, Naomi Osaka, she's hot to death right now.
Right.
She's getting promoted
now.
Yeah. You know, they're calling her the next Serena.
And they're saying she may be too dark. She needs to stay out of the sun.
Oh, I
believe that.
That's crazy.
I know, it's another crazy thing.
That's super crazy. Almost reminds me of the whole like royal family nonsense. Like how dark will the baby be? Like, what's wrong with you?
Prince Akeem.